Chapter 1. I knew the word yesterday, but today it's gone, personal story and emotional hook. I still remember the first time I forgot a word I had just learned. It was the word butterfly. I saw it in a book with a beautiful picture, colorful wings flying over flowers. I said it out loud many times. Butterfly, butterfly. I smiled and thought, this word is easy. I'll never forget it. But the next day, it was gone. I tried to remember, boo? Nothing. My brain was quiet. I felt confused and disappointed. It was like someone had taken the word away while I slept. The common frustration among learners. If this has happened to you, you're not alone. English learners around the world experience the same thing. You study hard, you feel proud, and then the word disappears. You might think, what's wrong with me? You feel frustrated, maybe even angry. But here's the truth, there is nothing wrong with you. Why forgetting happens. Short-term memory. Your brain is not broken. It's working exactly how it should. When you first learn a word, it goes into short-term memory, the part of your brain that stores information for a short time. But short-term memory is like writing on the sand near the ocean. The wave comes, and the word washes away. It's not your fault. It's how memory works. The bucket with a hole. Metaphor. Imagine your brain is a small bucket. You pour in water, new words, new grammar. But this bucket has a small hole. Slowly, the water leaks out. That's forgetting. It doesn't mean the words are lost forever. It just means they need to be poured in again, and again, until they stay. Forgetting is natural, not failure. Many learners believe forgetting means failure. But actually, forgetting is part of learning. The brain is smart. It tries to keep only the things that matter. If you use a word once and never again, your brain thinks, this is not important, and lets it go. That's normal. That's healthy. That's how your brain stays strong. The emotional impact of forgetting. Still, it can hurt. You feel like your hard work was wasted. You feel like giving up. One of my students once said, I'm tired. I study every day, but the words keep disappearing. I looked at her and said, that doesn't mean you're bad at English. It means your brain is waiting for a sign. It's asking, should I keep this word? A gentle reminder. Forgetting is a step in learning. Forgetting is not the end. It's the beginning. It means your brain is saying, show me this word again. Show me it's important. The more times you see, hear, say, and use a word, the deeper it goes into long-term memory. That's where it stays. The beginning of a solution. Connect words to your life. So how do we help words stay? By connecting them to your life. If you learn the word umbrella, don't just read it and move on. Think about your umbrella. Say it when it rains. Write a funny sentence. My cat sleeps under my umbrella. Make it real. Make it personal. The more a word touches your life, the more it sticks. Final thought. You didn't forget because you're lazy or not smart. You forgot because you're human. And the best learners aren't the ones who never forget. They're the ones who come back again and try. Chapter 2: The Science of Forgetting and Why It's Normal. How the brain is built to forget. Your brain is amazing, but it's not a storage box that saves everything forever. In fact, your brain is built to forget. Why? Because if we remembered everything, every noise, every face, every advertisement, we would feel overwhelmed. So the brain has a clever system. It keeps what seems useful and forgets the rest. This is not a problem. It's protection. The Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. More than 100 years ago, a German scientist named Hermann Ebbinghaus studied memory. He learned something simple but powerful. We forget most things quickly if we don't review them. He created the forgetting curve. It looks like a steep slide. Right after you learn something, you remember almost all of it. But after a few hours or a day, your memory drops sharply, unless you do something to keep it. This curve isn't your enemy. It's a map. It shows you when to review, so your brain knows, this is important. Let's save it. Real-life examples from English learners. Let's look at two real students. Anna from Brazil learned the word engineer. She repeated it 10 times in one night, then moved on. 2 days later, she saw the word again and couldn't remember what it meant. Farid from Egypt also learned engineer, but he wrote it in a sentence. My uncle is an engineer in Cairo. He told his friend the story. He saw the word again a few days later and said, "Ah, I remember this." Both students forgot at first, but one found a way to remember longer by connecting the word to something real. Memory as a garden, seeds, water, sunlight. Think of your memory like a garden. Each new word is a seed. You plant it by learning it once. But seeds don't grow with one drop of water. They need water, repeated attention, sunlight, emotional connection, time, gentle patience. When you care for your word seeds, they become strong roots. Some even grow into trees, words you'll never forget. Short-term versus long-term memory. Your brain has two baskets. Short-term memory is like your pocket. It holds a few small things for a short time. It's easy to lose them. Long-term memory is like your backpack. It holds more, for longer. But it takes effort to put things there. Just hearing a word once, it goes in your pocket. Using the word again and again in different ways, now it's in your backpack. Why repetition is important, but not enough. You've heard it before. Repeat to remember. And yes, repetition helps. But not all repetition is equal. Saying a word 20 times in one night is not as powerful as saying it once a day for 20 days. That's called spaced repetition, repeating over time. But even repetition needs something extra. Reassurance, forgetting is not a flaw. Forgetting does not mean you're bad at languages. It means your brain is checking, is this useful? Should I keep it? It's not failure. It's a natural question your brain asks every day. And your job is simple. Answer the question. Show your brain the word matters. Make it part of your life. Use it, enjoy it, feel something with it. Then your brain says, okay, I'll keep this. What's missing? Emotion. So far, we've talked about repetition, memory, and review. But one more piece is missing: emotion. The brain remembers what touches the heart. That's why you remember your first kiss, or a funny story, or a time you felt proud. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to connect new English words to feelings, stories, images, and experiences, so they stay in your mind like favorite memories. Chapter 3. Repetition. Without emotion doesn't work. Why repetition without feeling fails. You've probably heard advice like, repeat the word 10 times. Write it again and again. And you might have done it. You repeated a word out loud, filled a page with it, listened to it in an app. But days later, poof, the word is gone. Why? Because repetition without emotion is like trying to glue something with water. It doesn't stick. The truth is, your brain isn't just a machine for copying. It's a storyteller, a dreamer, a feeler. And it remembers what it feels, not just what it hears. Emotional memory versus mechanical memory. Let's compare two types of memory. Mechanical memory is cold. It's repetition with no soul. It's writing a word 20 times in a notebook while thinking about dinner. Emotional memory is alive. It connects a word to something you care about, a memory, a person, a feeling. Here's the difference. You memorize your phone number through mechanical repetition. You remember your first heartbreak forever because it had emotion. To truly remember English words, you need to move them from your hand, writing, into your heart, feeling. Real learners, real emotion. May from Taiwan couldn't remember the word storm. No matter how often she repeated it, it vanished. Then one night, during a real thunderstorm, she whispered, "This is a storm." She felt the wind, heard the thunder, and suddenly, bam, she never forgot it again. Luis from Mexico struggled with the word disappointed. Then he remembered a time when his team lost in the final game. He told the story in English. I felt disappointed. It hurt. It was real. And now he owns that word. Emotion turns words into memories. How to emotionally connect with words. You don't need drama or pain. You just need real connection. Try this with each new word. Ask, when have I felt this? Ask, who do I know like this? Ask, what story does this word remind me of? Let's say the word is generous. Picture your grandmother giving you extra food. Say out loud, she is generous. Feel the warmth. Now, generous isn't just a definition. It's your story. Use your senses, imagination, and memory. The more senses you use, the deeper the memory. Touch. Act out the word with your hands or face. Sight. Picture it clearly in your mind or draw it. Sound. Say it with emotion, like an actor. Smell, taste. If the word is coffee, smell coffee as you say it. Imagination. Create a crazy or funny image around the word. If the word is freeze, imagine being stuck in a snowstorm, shivering, saying, I freeze. Make it fun. Make it real. Music, stories, pictures, and life. You remember songs from years ago. Why? Because music brings emotion. Use music to learn. Listen to English songs. Focus on one word or phrase and feel it. Stories are powerful too. Even a short sentence with emotion is stronger than 100 repetitions. He cried when she left. Against cry to shed tears. Look at images, use memes, or connect English words to photos in your life. Use real life. Touch the object. Say the word. Use it with someone. This isn't just learning. It's living the language. Emotion equals glue. Every emotional connection you make is like adding glue to a word. It sticks better. It lasts longer. It becomes yours. So next time you forget a word, don't just repeat it. Ask yourself, what feeling does this word carry? Turn it into a moment, a memory, a message, because emotion is the secret door to real memory. Next, make words stick forever. Now you understand why emotion matters. But how do you create lasting, powerful connections? Fast. In the next chapter, we'll dive into proven memory techniques. You'll learn how to build a personal memory system that doesn't just teach you words, it locks them in for life. Chapter 4. How to store English words in long-term memory. The problem. You learn a word today, but forget tomorrow. You've learned the word chair. You repeated it. You wrote it. You even got it right on a quiz. Then, a week later, you're sitting on one, pointing, trying to say it, but the word is gone. Why? Because that word is still in your short-term memory, like a note written in sand. What you need is a way to move words into long-term memory, where they'll stay. This chapter will give you the tools to do exactly that. The brain storage system, short-term versus long-term memory. Think of your brain like a house. Short-term memory is like the front hallway. It holds words briefly, but things fall out fast. Long-term memory is like the bookshelf in the living room, organized, clear, and easy to find again. To move a word from the hallway to the bookshelf, you need connection, repetition, and usage. Let's build a routine that does this. Technique 1. Shadowing. Listen, speak, repeat. Together. Shadowing means listening to a word or phrase and speaking it at the same time, like a shadow following a person. Here's how. 1. Find a short audio or video in English. A sentence or two is enough. 2. Listen once. 3. Listen again and try to speak at the exact same time as the speaker. 4. Repeat until it feels natural. This technique connects your ears, voice, and brain and helps build muscle memory. If you shadow a sentence like, "He sat on the chair," you'll not only remember chair, but also how it's used naturally. Technique 2. Storytelling with new words. Words stick better in stories. When you learn a new word, don't just memorize it. Tell a tiny story with it. Let's try with the word chair. You could say, "Yesterday my cat jumped on my chair and fell asleep. I had to sit on the floor." Boom, chair is now part of your memory, not just your study list. Stories give words life, and your brain loves life more than lists. Technique 3. Use the word in different ways. The more ways you use a word, the deeper it goes into memory. Try this method. Let's use the word chair again. Say it aloud. This is my chair. Ask someone, is this your chair? Use a feeling. I love this chair. It's so soft. Make it funny. My chair talks to me at night. Use it in a question. Can I borrow your chair? Each sentence makes a new mental path. The more paths, the easier to find the word again later. Technique 4. Speak it, hear it, move with it. Muscle memory isn't just for athletes. It's for language learners too. Say the word while, touching it. This is a chair, pointing to it, sitting on it, acting out what it does. Move your body when learning a word. Your brain will anchor that word to an action. Do you remember how kids learn? They run, touch, shout, and play. That's not random. It's smart. You can learn the same way. Technique 5. Use the word in real life. Today. Learning a word in a notebook is one thing. Using it in your day is another. Simple ways to practice. Say the word when you use the object. I'm sitting on a chair. Record a short video describing things around you. Text or talk to a friend using the new word. Teach the word to someone else. The goal, make the word part of your actual life, not just your memory. Technique 6. Build a natural memory. Lou. Here's how to create a memory loop that helps you remember forever. 1. Learn the word with sound and image. Chair. See it, hear it. 2. Speak it out loud and use it in a short sentence. 3. Act it or connect it to a real moment. Review it later the same day and again after 2 days. 5. Use it in a real-life situation. 6. Feel something with it. Add emotion, fun, or creativity. Repeat this loop with every word. The goal is not to study harder, it's to live the word until it becomes part of you. Conclusion. Words you can keep long-term memory isn't about being smart. It's about building habits that make words real. When you listen and speak, shadowing, tell stories, use multiple sentences, move your body, practice in real life, and connect it to your emotions. Then you're not just learning English, you're becoming an English speaker, and that's the real goal. Chapter 5. Creating your personal vocabulary world, from random words to personal treasures. Have you ever learned an English word and felt nothing? It sat there on the page, cold and lifeless. No connection, no meaning. Now imagine that same word, except it reminds you of your favorite memory, your best friend, or a dream you have. Suddenly, the word becomes yours. Not just English, but part of your story. This is the heart of building your personal vocabulary world, a space where words matter, stay, and grow. Your word journal, small but powerful. Start with one small notebook, a notes app, or even a voice recorder. But don't just write words like a dictionary. Make it personal. Word. Excited. Sentence. I feel excited when I drink coffee in the morning. Memory. My birthday last year. Picture or drawing. A smiling sun or party hat. This isn't studying. It's story building. Each word becomes a part of your world, not just a page in your book. Talk to yourself in English. Yes, really. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need a partner. You just need you. While doing daily things, try talking to yourself in English. I'm washing the dishes. This shirt is blue. I like blue. I feel sleepy. Maybe I need coffee. These tiny moments help you build natural fluency, not textbook English, but real English. Use new words in your life right away. Don't save your new words. Use them. Now add them to your Instagram captions. Feeling joyful today. Sunshine. Send a message to a friend. Hey, I learned the word calm today. I feel calm when I listen to music. Say them when you're alone. This room feels cozy. When words leave your notebook and enter your world, they stick. You're not memorizing, you're living them. Build word homes. Make categories that matter to you. Your brain loves organization, so make word homes by category. Start with feelings: happy, nervous, proud, excited. Places: kitchen, school, cafe, park. People: teacher, friend, neighbor, cousin. Each new word has a home. When your brain searches, it knows where to go. Over time, your English grows like a tree with branches. Celebrate small wins. Every word matters. You remembered a word today? That's a win. You used a word in a real sentence? That's a win. You almost remembered but got close? That's a win too. Celebrate often, even if it's small. This keeps your motivation alive, especially on hard days. Change the story. You tell yourself. Old story. I keep forgetting everything. New story. I grow slowly, like a tree, and trees are strong. Learning a language isn't fast, it's deep. Each word is a seed. With time, it becomes a part of your voice. Shift your mindset. Trust your progress. Even slow growth is real growth. Final words: patience, belief, and joy. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need 1,000 words. You need patience for your process. Belief that words will stay eventually. Joy, because joy makes memory stronger. This is your English, your voice, your journey. So build your personal vocabulary world, one real, meaningful word at a time, and watch how everything begins to change.